Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? So, your good friend, my good friend, someone I hope to have on this channel someday, Ken McElroy, put out a video this morning, 6, 7, 8 minutes, talking about how to prepare for the 2021 housing crash. I don't know about you, but I see a title like that from somebody who is well known and I respect. I've got to watch that. And I don't have to agree with it, however. I think that's something interesting. So what I'm going to do here is going to sort of summarize what I took from the video and then kind of highlight where I agree and then where I disagree. And where I disagree, I will share my logic because we may be splitting hairs, but when you say crash, I just think we need to get into it. So again, let me go through it. Again, Ken gets into this. He talks about very high unemployment. Absolutely. Renters can't pay, moratorium, CDC. Absolutely. He talks about a massive buying opportunity coming. Not sure about massive. He talks about a tidal wave going back to the banks. This is that concept of tidal wave is where one of the issues I have, and we'll get back to that in a minute. He talks about a correction is coming and that people will lose homes. He talks about four things to get ready for it. One is having cash. Get your cash ready. Always a good idea. A lot of people are asking me today, what do they do with their cash and all of that. It's okay. You don't have to be fully invested all the time. So I totally agree with Ken in that example. I think it's a great idea. He says, start learning short sales. I do think there will be some markets that are short sell driven, like Vegas, Orlando, things of that nature. Banks are going to go that direction faster. Absolutely. I don't think most markets are going to go that direction, right? That said, he also says, number three, go beyond your market. Study other markets. If you're an apartment investor and you own thousands of units like Ken, that is awesome advice. But if you're a mom and pop investor, you're one rental at a time. For most of us, even folks that live in California or New York, most of us can find a local market that is just easier for us to understand, to learn, to find or create deals. I think telling people to learn other markets creates lack of focus, creates waste of time, and they do not build the skill needed to get good deals. Number four, I do agree with. He says, pick a lane and stick to it. Get good at it. Totally agree. He gave an example of 2008 for what he sees coming. He talks about Las Vegas and the fact that he and his partners bought 2,000 units. Then he goes on to talk about he expects 40 to 50% discounts. Buy for cash flow and then refi and get all your money back. That was kind of the deal in 2010. I totally agree with him. But what I see coming in 2021 is nothing close to that. In 2021, outside of the big markets like New York and San Francisco, I do not see 40 to 50% discounts. I have to disagree. I think it fundamentally goes back to one of his statements earlier where he talks about a tidal wave of short sales. Here's the deal, and Ken knows this. Ken knows this. But as somebody who was investing before the crisis and during the crisis and saw what banks did and didn't do last time, I promise you this time will be different. This is residential, not commercial. Ken plays an apartment, so I will let him stay there. I'm going to talk to you about houses and residential loans. Last time, banks, they told owners, we are not talking to you. We are not helping you until you're 90 days late. When you are 90 days late, you are officially seriously delinquent. You cannot get help from a bank in 2008, 9, and 10 until you were seriously delinquent. That's down at least 3 months. And then it just got extended, and then it was 6, and then it was 7. What are they doing today? They are giving everybody who asks 90 days. Forbearance. You can ask for extension, another 90 days. Then, unlike last time, they're not banging you for 3 or 6 months of payments immediately. They're going to stick it on the end as a second at 0%. We are not going to have a wave, a tidal wave, a tsunami of foreclosures and short sales across the country. This will not be a national real estate collapse. The inventory in most markets will not show up in mass to cause 40 to 50% price destruction. It's not going to happen. And Ken, I will freely bet $1 or $100 or whatever you like, just a friendly wager. Maybe we can bet autograph books. Whatever you want. We will not see 40 to 50% off real estate in 2021. It's not going to happen. There's no chance. Could San Francisco drop 40%? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Could New York? Maybe. Could Vegas? Maybe. But nationally? No freaking way. No chance. The only way the national real estate market drops 40 or 50% is if the 30-year mortgage goes to 6%. Maybe the US dollar reserve currency gets evaporated. Maybe China's yuan or whatever the hell it's called becomes the reserve currency, and we are, maybe we're downgraded to junk status and we got to pay more for our debt. If the 30-year mortgage goes from 2.75 to 6% this year, yes, nationally speaking, housing will get destroyed. Does anybody really think mortgage rates are going to go to 6% next year? Really? No, zero chance. Like 0.00 chance. The wave of supply, the tidal wave, to use Ken's point, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Maybe if a civil war breaks out, nationally speaking, maybe it won't. We'll have some unrest potentially in some major cities, but it won't be a national, we won't, the United States isn't going to suddenly divide itself. It's not going to happen. I just can't see it. The other thing, again, the banks are going to behave different. Again, the banks wouldn't deal with anybody last time until they were 90 days delinquent. Now they're working with you. On top of that, there are going to be sellers that have to sell. Ken is right. There will be some that have to sell. They're going to probably have equity. If you have equity, there is no short sale. It doesn't work that way. If you owe 80 and you can sell it for 100, you walk away with cash. That's not called a short sale. Not going to happen, Ken. The other thing is that a lot of people are going to have 2 and 3% mortgages that are going to be investable. So there'll be creative finance people subject to that will buy them, make the loan current, and then rent it out because they want that mortgage rate. That mortgage rate is investable. I would love 30-year debt at 2.75, 2.99. We are not going to have a housing crash in 2021, nationally speaking. And I will bet $1 with anybody who wants to play. Not going to happen. Real estate only crashes for one of 4 reasons. I actually did a video on this earlier. Let's see if I can remember. Interest rates go up because everybody pays on payments, not price. Rates are going down, not up. A sudden extension of supply, which again, that's what was Ken's point, is supply is coming. I don't see it. I see supply coming, he's right, but I don't see the tsunami, the tidal wave that he's talking about. Number 3, demand could disappear for some reason. Like San Francisco and New York, demand is falling off a cliff, but I don't see that happening nationally. In fact, I think demand for housing goes up, not down, nationally speaking, because renters become owners. And then the fourth one that happens sometimes is you can have government regulation or tax changes, like we saw around the S&L crisis and things of that nature, where doctors and dentists couldn't take passive losses against income. You can have some kind of tax change that makes real estate less interesting. But that's the only reason real estate could crash. Sorry, Ken. I don't see it happening in 2021 nationally. There will be cities, again, New York, Vegas, San Francisco, easy examples. Multifamily, C-class apartments could be a problem. I think Class A could also be a problem. So if you're talking multifamily, Ken, that's where you play. I don't pretend to be that expert. But again, Ken, if you'd like to debate this topic, I'd love to do it. I'll come on your channel. You can come on mine, whatever you like. If you are a follower of mine, please let me know, let Ken know that this video exists. I'd love for him to watch it and comment. And again, love to have him on the channel. Ken, thank you for all you've done. Your books were something I read in the very beginning of my career, and I appreciate you. Keep doing awesome things. Take care.